What's up, guys? Sub-Zerk here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing another PBE VOD review of Dishsoap because he's the GOAT. Because he's the GOAT, and we gotta VOD review our GOAT, even if he didn't make Final Lobby of Worlds. He deserved to make Final. Dishsoap was robbed, probably. I don't know. I didn't watch every single game he played. All right, we start off here with an early Jayce, very promising, and yeah, you can see holding on to this Bastion pair along with the Jayce. I'm a big Lucian enjoyer, so I would be looking at holding this Lucian pair for sure. And I mean, it's free gold, so why not hold the Lucian? Yep, pick that up here. And we have the Lucian too, all right. We don't have a Sorc to pair it with yet, which is a little bit sad, but I mean, we do have the Aatrox, Lucian Aatrox, and then if we can pick up like GP, get a Mighty Mech in there, I'm pretty hyped about an opener like that. Dish doesn't seem that hyped to hold on to it. Yeah, wow, is he not gonna hold? Okay, is this a Lucian hater? I thought this unit was kind of broken, but I'm already, like, PBE is kind of nice to learn things like this, especially as we get further in and the balance becomes more noticeable. Dishsoap doesn't care at all about a Lucian 2. And in my estimation, Lucian 2 is quite strong. So I guess Dishsoap doesn't agree. So let's just, you know, you jot that down and use that information later to kind of figure out, okay, what should my unit priorities be? I know Neferi is kind of broken, so I can see why we're holding on to that. I mean, that's also my opinion. But augment-wise, Blood Rage, giving your unit some extra damage amp when they lose HP. Seems fine. Star Guardians, I don't know. I've read this one a few times. Star Guardians who start combat adjacent other Star Guardians gain 2 mana regen, 15 armor, and 15 MR. It sounds kind of bad to me. Because at best you're getting 2 mana. I mean, maybe I'm underestimating the mana gen. And then there's this treasure hunt one. Last time we watched Dishsoap play, he actually took this that gives his this treasure chest. So we'll see. I mean, it forces you into a reroll line, but it did look pretty decent when we watched Dishsoap. It looked kind of insane at the later cash outs, and he is gonna pick that up. Dishsoap, the treasure hunt one trick. We're also in Braum Portal, where we're getting extra econ at the start of every round, and so there's actually a lot of like value in taking something like this that you kind of need the gold to cash it out in this situation. All right. Midas touch here, you know, the abilities execute and generate gold one seems meh on Jayce. Not done yet. Once they've died 8 times, 25 HP, 10 Omni, 25% damage amp. I mean, this is very good if you can get there. Obviously, it means you lock yourself into Jayce reroll, which I mean, maybe we could do something like that. And then unstoppable. I mean, this is just like a decent generic one. So, do we want to play Jayce reroll or do we want to, you know, just play generic? And we are gonna opt to play Jayce reroll. I mean, I think our items make some amount of sense for it. So Jayce, kind of interesting. He does it's his Q from League of Legends. I guess if there's League enjoyers out there, where he jumps into the air and then slams his thing down, does a little bit of AoE. If you get in Academia, he shoots these little, like, yeah, here, and we can actually just pause here to look at that. So straight up normal ability is just his Q. Just ults, does a little bit of damage, AoE. If you get the Academia in, then you shoot these little sparks that, I mean, the big thing they do is reduce armor. So that's Jayce in a nutshell. So I imagine if we're playing some kind of Jayce reroll, I mean, maybe, so like, the Academia effect is nice. It almost is more of like a supportive style effect where, like, you know, if you're truly Jayce carry, I mean, each cast takes a while to get to. Do you really care that much about shredding like 3 armor per shot? I think it's 3 shots. So it's like, you really care about shredding 9 armor per cast. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but not amazing. So I wonder if we're actually playing Jayce reroll. Maybe we are just playing a vertical juggernaut type situation. We'll see how Dish wants to play it here. I do think PB is really nice for learning these kind of things. Is like figuring out, okay, what is actually like the line that you do play with Jayce reroll? Is it better to play just you know, straight into jugs? Is it better to you know, play vertical battle academia some more or heavyweight? Sorry, I'm until the end of time. I am going to. Like, I really, that's my goal by the end of PBE, is to not, because like heavyweight juggernaut, like if you kind of combine them, they're two very, like, if you compare them, they're two very different effects. You know, heavyweights is giving you that like bruiser style effect that gives you extra AD, and then yes. And then Juggernauts is the one where, like, as your units die, it like buffs up the other jugs there. Yeah, he hovers over jug for a second, so we can look at that, because yeah, heavyweight it's an interesting one, and yeah, it's like you get durability, and when you die, they heal. So Yeah, and then heavyweights is this one where it's basically bruiser, except it converts some of their, yeah, exactly. Your team gains 100 HP, and then heavyweights convert that into AD. Honestly, I'm pretty good on that part. The hard part I would say for me is like, okay, this unit is a heavyweight, this unit is a juggernaut, just because I don't know, I feel that's always the hardest part for me early set is like remembering, okay, these units are these things specifically. Like who is a bastion versus who is a protector, even though those are also two like pretty different traits. So you can see Dishsoap. Ooh, this is kind of an interesting idea. Akali Katarina here. You get Executioners. You get Supreme Cell here with the Akali. And then you just need one more unit to get Battle Academia in. And then obviously we're playing for heavyweights here. I'm doing my best here. I'm doing my best here to make sure. And then you just throw in a Yumi Seraphine. Okay. I mean, seems like kind of a board here. And then he completely deletes that. And he's like, yeah, never mind. I mean, I imagine you would play 6. Yeah, I feel like you play 6 just because a lot of those extra traits really are barely doing anything at all. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just it. Just play 6, then play a Supreme Cell, which Kaisa, I mean, it really doesn't matter which Supreme Cell you play almost. It's really just play one of them. Maybe we'll see that as the final build here. I don't know. I'm excited to see what Dish goes for here. We are getting a ton of losses early for our power up here, which is really good. We want to, as quickly as possible, get that power up powered up and just make sure that we, like, the faster you can get that, obviously, the better. Actually, on playtest, it was completely bugged because I remember watching Disco TFT, also, man, that's really good. Disco, the person who runs TFT Clips, playing this, and he had like, it was like, stage 5, and he still had like 7 deaths, and I was like, what's going on here? And then it turns out that it was bugged out to like never cash out. I really did want to know, does it cash on minions here? I imagine it should. So he was at 5 there. Is this going to put him at 6? Because if it does, this is something really important that you have to remember here. So can we hover over the, or I guess we can just count here. We have the Titans resolved in the BT. These are just 2 very easy slams whenever you're playing some kind of melee carry like this. And he's even going to solo frontline the Jace so that he can stack up the BT better, or stack up the Titans resolve better. I will say with, and he is at 6. Okay, so it does count minions. Beautiful. We are going to slam some items this fight because we're still, weak enough that we will certainly lose this fight and let Jace die. But yeah, one of the things, I don't know how much I like solo frontlining, like your melee carry these days, just because you no longer gain mana gen from, and yeah, there are the double chests. Okay, so this is what I was talking about when I VOD Dish last time. It looked like he was trying to roll down every round to cash these chests out, like before he went on to the next stage. But you can just do this where you can let them kind of stack up and then roll them all later. Trifecta sounds insane here though. I don't know who your third 3 cost is, but like Loki even getting it onto 2 of them. HP, maybe Magic Roll. He's looking at Spears will actually just finish off like a Stair Axe here onto the Jace. It seems so crazy to not take Trifecta in a reroll comp, but Loki, I would do this and then just play like maybe Kog'Maw. Just play I've seen a heavyweight Kog'Maw reroll before, but all right, we're gonna take this. It does give us a Stair Axe here. I think this Lux unit is kind of weak, so I was honestly kind of afraid that Lux wouldn't kill the Jace off this fight. I think. No. Next cast? Oh my god. Dishsoap is just the GOAT of TFT. He fight judged that perfectly, that Jace would be able to die there. Okay, because I was really concerned actually that we weren't going to get the cash there, but we do. Huge. And we're also going to fit in 3 Battle Academia for now. We'll see how long it ends up staying in, if because like certainly you're going to play 6 heavyweight later. But all right, we have our Jace bigly cashed out now, where he gets all of these extra stats. These are great stats onto a melee carry like this. This is like, you wouldn't really love this onto some kind of like random backline carry, but HP, Omni, and damage amp. This is so, it's everything that a melee carry like this would really like. So I think this is fantastic here. Rotate into this guy who's taken this. Yeah, this is like the mentor augment, where you're like, this is the one where you mentor up the 2 stars, right? Or maybe it's maybe there's multiple mentor augments, but either case, kind of nice actually. This guy's going to take some of those mentor units out of the pool for us, which is good because they're 3 cost, so that's good. All right, at this point, we're looking to itemize our secondary carry. I was looking at LW here. He just grabs the Jace here. Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's a Jace and it's a Hodge. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We don't have Armor Shred, but we'll get there eventually. And extra Jace is so nice. Means we're not going to have to roll as much because, like, next round, you really want to level here and roll a bit. Try to pick up a Jace too. if we, you know, can hit that Jayce 2 really easily without having to roll, you know, to 0 gold, basically, that would be really nice. And we do end up picking it up here. And we pick up the 6 heavyweights with the Poppy. Oh, this spot looks so good for Dish. And he is even just going to fully slam the Hodge here. I think this makes sense. It's one of those situations where, like, yeah, like maybe an LW would be fine, but you can't really greed it out just because, like, this tier is kind of awkward on its own, right? If you try to greed for LW, then the tier just becomes kind of stranded. So good slam from Dish here. And yeah, he's going to play for this Jayce plus a Darius duo carry here. Yeah, he's kind of looking at the value of that. All right, let's look at this here. I mean, Armor MR ignore seems okay. Ability to start the lowest health enemy in range. Wait, so it's only in range, right? This isn't going to give you like, because he's just a melee unit, right? So does this actually change anything? It doesn't give you extra range. I mean, it seems so good on a reset to type unit, but it's not like you're gonna like jump straight to backline. Oh yeah, and this is the one where you get 40 and armor and R, and then you turn that into AD, which is kind of nice as well for a unit like this. I actually have no clue what I would take here. Bludgeoner? I mean, like, I want this to work, but I don't think it actually makes sense. Yeah, he's looking at Bludgeoner, and yeah, he ends up taking that. Okay. I mean, yeah, I just the execute with you know, heat-seeking missile sounds really good, but you'd have to like also have some kind of range extender or something, which would be sick if you could get there. But all right, our comp is almost all up and running at this point. I mean, the Jayce 2 is huge here. And then the last piece of this is just, I mean, obviously finding Darius 2 for a little while, and then eventually we need to find the, you know, our actual 3 stars. So he's looking, he's like, yeah, I could cut these guys, maybe fit something else. I don't know. To me, it's 6 heavyweight is the board here, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, he's actually, let's look at the numbers itself here, because sometimes numbers, you know, like, I think intuitively you should play 6 heavyweight, but sometimes that's not true. So you're getting, you know, an extra 15% HP increase, and then you're turning, instead of 0.4% of your HP to AD, you're turning 0.6. I mean, that sounds quite good, if you think about that way. I mean, how much health is a unit like Jayce 3 going to have? And like from 0.4 to 0.6, like how much extra AD is that? I mean, it's good to quantify these things, but I actually have no idea how much HP a Jayce 3 is going to have. All right, we roll a bit. We finally get our first cash out from one of these, which just turns out to be an item anvil here. Remember, we're still waiting on cashing these chests out. Obviously, you have to stack them in kind of like lists, right? And what are we gonna go for IE here, just to make sure that our Darius can spell crit? I mean, makes a lot of sense here. And then we have this bow and cloak left open. Could be, I mean, we could finish this off, even shroud red buff, something like that. I think you'd be quite happy with. So we'll see here. Obviously not gonna make the Caitlyn 2. Probably not gonna go on the board. He's just holding it for now. Well, it's not this and it's not this. Mess Hall is interesting, actually. It's not this at all. This is like a AD, or it's like a backliner. Oh, I mean, that's kind of a woke idea. I don't think it's good enough. I mean, you can take Mess Hall. So every 10 seconds, you get this extra attack speed, and you also hurl delicious projectiles, deal 140% AD, and you're already getting a bunch of AD from heavyweight. And it also, it's interesting, they deal 140% AD damage as magic damage, so it gives you kind of like a different damage profile. I like Mess Hall here. We'll see how it does. We do pick up that Seraphine, who we were kind of holding on to early as like maybe somebody that we could throw in here, but obviously just going to slow roll on level 7 until we hit the rest of everything here. Rotate into this guy who has this the Shen hero augment. It's the exact same thing as Time Knife Shen, if you've ever played as that, where it turns him into a, oh my god, you hear all that? There's a lot of like sirens outside my house. What the heck? I mean, that is, well, yeah, hope everybody's doing okay out there. All right, another Poppy, another Boku, another Kobuko, though we already have Kobuko 2, so probably not going to go for Kobuko 3. Holding on to the Katarinas, so still some idea in his mind, maybe. Ooh, what? I mean, that's quite good. We get a pan, and we already have Jug Emblem as buildable. I mean, I think you just have to go for that. Who is a good Juggernaut Emblem holder? I don't know. I'm thinking of like Yone is what I'm thinking immediately. Just some unit who, you know, making him tankier and giving him more AD sounds pretty good. Just like melee carries in general, I guess. Would be really nice. I don't know. We'll see where Dish wants to go with this. I mean, you could even not make Juggernaut Emblem. I imagine you are just going to make it, but maybe there's some kind of extra trait that you can get as well. He does take the belt here, which in my head would be Evan's Shroud here, but I don't know. I wouldn't feel good about getting rid of this Juggernaut piece. Unless he did want to make something else, which once again, I don't know what it could be. Is Supreme Cell craftable? All right, we're going into week 2 in like a few days of PBE. I gotta learn all the pans and the spats. You just gotta sit down and learn them at some point. Okay, well, yeah, we are just gonna make the heavyweight emblem. I think I called it Juggernaut again. Oh my God. I'll get there. I swear, guys, I'll do it. So make the heavyweight emblem, throw it onto Seraphine. Actually, I mean, yeah, Seraphine, a great unit to hold any kind of emblem because she does just scale off of stats in general, any kind of stats. So looking good. Also, man, we got, oh wait, that is actually a different one. Mentor's bonuses are increased by 50% and granted to your team. Regardless how many, oh, wow. So you really want to play 4 Mentor with that, and then it allows you to really buff up the rest of your team. That's a pretty cool one. Okay, interesting. But all right, we do end up losing to a pretty sweet board there. Do pick up another Jayce here. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. I mean, yeah, I guess we were really close to the cash out there. Wow, I'm shocked we roll this deep, and honestly, Dishsoap, is this guy a beast? He rolled like 6 times and found 3 Jaces. Okay, in any case, there's our Jayce 3. I mean, actually, no, he's pretty low. I didn't realize how low Dishsoap was, because I was thinking, like, why are we rolling so deep here? We're 1 round off minions, don't we want to econ up? But he's 31 HP because we lost so much early to cash out this this upgrade, so it makes sense. And yeah, I mean, I feel like Bludgeoner is pretty weak, especially, I mean, if you can make Evan's Shroud here. I really feel like it's quite weak compared to what we can get here, but I guess he's not gonna remake remake the power up until we get a potential look at what we can get here. Okay, so we need to finish off. I mean, ideally items wise here, it's actually quite tough because you'd like to end this round with Heal Cut and Armor Shred, and you're not gonna get it, right? It's impossible unless you start reforging stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind reforging something like a tier here. The only thing is it does make Hodge, so like you could very easily just make BT Hodge like Titans or something like that here. So we'll see what we want to go for items wise here. There's a lot of options, yeah, like almost too many options, but we're gonna roll down here. We do pick up, so he does end up playing this, and oh my God, we get Masterwork there for the Stair Axe. Haven't finished making our items yet, but he is kind of thinking about what we're gonna make here. Makes the GS, gonna make Evan's Shroud here, and yeah, the only downside is that, oh, what? Why did we, I do not think he meant to do that. Okay, well, well, now we have reforged into a Bastion emblem. I don't know what he was trying to reforge there. I mean, it's Bastion, actually. It's like low-key not bad, I guess. Like it's low-key not bad, because yeah, you can just play this Garen Katarina here, get Bastion in. Bastion is RMR to our entire board. I don't know what he was actually trying to reforge there. That's actually so hilarious. Okay. Well, we have Even Shroud here. We made the Hodge as well here. And yeah, Dishsoap, I guess, not that concerned about getting Heal Cut. I mean, he did end up reforging. Like, I was looking at the play of like reforging before everything just to see if like maybe you can get Heal Cut, because it's interesting. Like, nobody on this board provides Heal Cut as far as I understand it. Katarina is one of those units that historically her spell has given Heal Cut, but actually does not this set. One of those things that you just gotta learn with the set. You know, I think the old 2-cost reroll Katarina did provide Heal Cut, I'm pretty sure, but this version does not. So just kind of interesting here. But you can see this is our board fully in action against this really strong Mentor board, and we clear. Look at that damage on the right there. Okay, so it's kind of broken. Oh, I will say though, Mess Hall looks like absolute trash here, and that's what Dish is hovering over there. Look at the magic damage that his team is doing, like actually nothing. So yeah, we probably don't want to take a Mess Hall. All right, getting on Spark here, which I guess is going to help us a little bit with the Mess Hall. Couldn't pick up Heal Cut there, which was kind of rough here. Maybe we can get Heal Cut on minions there. Maybe that's the dream. But yeah, I think he's looked at this Mess Hall being like, can this please you? I mean, it also gives attack speed, I guess. So, you know, the effect is not just the magic damage, but yeah, it's looking pretty, I don't know, maybe we need a Mess Hall buff or something, because that sounds awful. All right, let's look at magic damage again here. Yeah, it's the tiniest sliver you've ever seen of magic damage, man. That's depressing. All right, but I think Dishsoap will still feel pretty good about it. He's on a 5 streak here. He does, he opts to, at this point, cut the Katarina and just play the Yuumi here, just as a slightly maybe better unit. I mean, it's kind of awkward having another melee unit when you already have 7 melees, just because all of these fights, the Katarina is just sitting in the back doing nothing. So at least Yuumi's going to do a little bit something cast. Not do an insane amount of work, but good work here. Oh, and he's got the dryer. Look, I think that's a very cool cutscene. I think it's a fun, cute cutscene. I will say, Mort Dog here, because I know you control all of the cosmetics. No, whoever's on the team for cosmetics, how come Blitzcrank gets a second Chibi Little Legend, and we have tons of champions who've never gotten a Chibi Little Legend yet? Where's my Little Legend Soraka, is all I'm saying. I played Soraka in League of Legends. I played so much Soraka. I would shell out money for a good Soraka Little Legend, but no, like, you're not going to give it to me? That seems insane here. All right, level up, get the Akali onto this board. Do actually have the possibility of playing something else. And wow, we actually got so many items. That was from our treasure chest, right? We got like 2 full item anvils. What the fuck? This treasure chest is so good, man. Like, that's actually insane. Once you cash out everything, yeah. I mean, they're definitely gonna nerf that one. We do lock in the top 4 here. But yeah, where's Chibi Soraka? I mean, it's not like I'm asking for Chibi Ivern, which I know you're probably not gonna do Chibi Ivern for a long time. I get it. Like, he's not the most popular champion, and I played Ivern in League. He's a super cool champion. Like, maybe someday we'll get a Chibi Ivern, but probably not forever. Can we get Ivern back into TFT, by the way? Come on, maybe set 16 Ivern. I can't root for set 15 anymore because we already know all the champs that are in it. Just throw them in on release. Just change one of these champions to Ivern. But I will say, like, I get it, but Soraka, like, a lot of people play Soraka. She's very, okay, Dishsoap's clear in the lobby, so, I mean, really, at this point, it's just, I mean, this looks like a beautiful board to play out here into this comp. You fit the Akali, so that you get Supercell. No, that's the name of the company, so that you get Supreme Cell here. He thought about playing the Katarina for a while, but I'm pretty sure Executioner is just, like, I think whatever Supreme Cell unit you play on this board is basically going to be a trait bot no matter what, but it's a very good trait bot to have because it gives your Darius execute. So I do think if you're to the point where you actually hit a Darius 3, it is a worthy trait bot to play. Also, oh my god, look at this Jayce just massacring the enemy backline. This unit is actually so nice, and yeah, he's like this not done yet thing. I mean, it's so much stats if you can actually, you know, get it onto a 3 cost at I mean, this is like the ideal spot for it. Oh, we take another, wait. I mean, at this point, we kind of have everything we could need. It's just awkward to take Void Staff with Spark already, but whatever, I guess. All good here. Probably, I mean, we're on a 9 streak here. We'll see what Pedro's board looks like, but I mean, throw that onto Akali, sure. Give her some extra stats here. This board is, oh, this is the Time Knife guy who ended up just, yeah, playing Vertical Bastion with Time Knife. Found a Volley Bar as well on this board just because he fits really nicely. But Time Knife, well, actually, wait. No. I mean, wow, this Jayce is gonna, oh, he just bonked him to death, actually. Kind of, I wanted to see the big Jayce ult, but still, cool cutscene, cool win, cool game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, check out my Twitch, Medify, all my links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.